Hello everyone, right here I have a 2019 Nissan X-Trail 2.5 4-wheel drive. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. There are welcome lights as you unlock the car. Standard for the T32 X-Trail in Malaysia is Nissan's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press the black button on any of the front door handles. And to unlock the car, just press any of the black buttons again. Along with that smart keyless entry is a keyless push button start system. So to start the X-Trail, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The T32 X-Trail comes with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard for the facelifted model in Malaysia is a leather steering wheel with a flat bottom design and sport grips at 10 and 2. Nissan's X-TRONIC continuously variable transmission, or CVT in short, is the only transmission available for the X-Trail in Malaysia. A CVT does not have a fixed set of gear ratios. Instead, it has a continuous range of gear ratios to provide drivers with a smoother drive and better fuel consumption over a regular automatic transmission. This transmission features a manual shifting function controlled by the gear lever. More standard features for Malaysia include rear parking sensors and a 360-degree camera system. When the camera system is active, the rear camera view, the rear 360-degree camera view, the front camera view, and the front 360-degree camera view all feature active guidance signs. Pressing the camera button to the right of the display changes the camera view. Safety features in the facelifted X-Trail 2.5 include 6 airbags, an anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, vehicle dynamic control, a traction control system, hill descent control, an alarm system, and an immobilizer. ISOFIX child seat anchor points are found on the outer two middle row seats. Driver assistance features include intelligent forward collision warning, intelligent forward emergency braking, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and lane departure warning. 17-inch 5 V-spoke alloy rims in a dark titanium finish are standard items for the facelifted X-Trail 2.5 in Malaysia. This X-Trail rides on 225 65 R17 Yokohama Blue Earth XT AE61 tyres. Ventilated disc brakes are found on all four sides. The suspension is made up of McPherson struts up front and a multi-link setup out back. Nissan has been building its C-segment X-Trail crossover SUV since 2000. It was introduced as a replacement for both the Nissan Rasheen and the Nissan Terrano 2. Production of the X-Trail is spread across 4 generations, the first generation T30 between 2000 and 2014, the second generation T31 between 2007 and 2019, the third generation T32 since 2013, and the fourth generation T33 since 2021. The X-Trail in this video is part of the third generation lineup. The T32 X-Trail was unveiled at the 2013 Frankfurt Motor Show. It rides on the CMF-CD platform shared with cars like the J11 Nissan Qashqai and the HC Renault Koleos. The T32 X-Trail not only replaces the T31 X-Trail, but also the S35 Nissan Rogue, as the T32 X-Trail becomes the second generation T32 Rogue for Canada and the United States. Inspired by the high-cross concept car, the T32 X-Trail has a curvy look compared to the boxy look of its two predecessors. For 2017, the T32 X-Trail was given a facelift that comprises new head and rear lights, new front and rear bumpers, a new front grille, an updated interior, and a new hybrid variant for certain markets. Despite the arrival of the T33 X-Trail, the T32 X-Trail is still in production in China for the local market, where it is now badged as the X-Trail Classic. In Malaysia, the T32 X-Trail, which was a locally assembled model, was on sale between January 2015 and April 2019 for the pre-facelift model, and between April 2019 and sometime in 2024 for the facelifted model. Powering this X-Trail is Nissan's QR25DE, 2.5 litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-four petrol engine. This engine features twin CVTC technology and multi-point fuel injection. It produces 169 horsepower at 6000 rpm and 233 Nm of torque at 4000 rpm. 0 to 100 km per hour takes 10.5 seconds, and the top speed is 190 km per hour. The fuel tank size is 60 litres, and the combined fuel consumption for the X-Trail 2.5 4-wheel drive CVT is 8.3 litres per 100 km. Carbon dioxide emissions is 197 grams per kilometre, and this X-Trail is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Exterior features of the facelifted X-Trail 2.5 include automatic auto-leveling LED projector headlights, automatic wipers, automatic high beams, front and rear fog lights, LED daytime running lights, LED side indicators, LED rear lights, body-colored side mirrors, chrome door handles, and a single exhaust pipe. Speaker, bottle holder, storage, window lock, central locking, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side is the only side that gets a full automatic function in both directions. Mirror controls, interior brightness adjustment buttons, trip reset button, traction control. This button operates the powered rear hatch. This one turns on or off the powered rear hatch function. Eco mode, a bit of storage, pull this lever to pop open the fuel door, X-Trail floor mats, and the driver's seat in this X-Trail 2.5 does get full powered adjustments. All of the controls are located right down there, including your two-way power lumbar support. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how it revs. Dual zone automatic climate control system, on off, fan speed, air conditioning, driver side temperature, passenger side temperature, front and rear defrost, different modes, recirculation, outside air, automatic mode, and dual. Dual means if you have it turned on, each side will have individual temperature controls, but if you turn it off, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides. Storage, power outlet, auxiliary and USB-A ports, and right here is the X-Trail's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. There is an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby say you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, the car is in drive, you lift your foot off the brake. With the auto hold function activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. The facelifted X-Trail 2.5 comes with an integrated touchscreen head unit. This system features a 7-inch infotainment display, various media connectivity options, navigation, and 6 speakers. The sound system that this X-Trail uses is actually not that bad. We are currently in the CarPlay menu with the current media playing information. The album art will show up here if available. You have the song title. The artist and album name will show up here again if available. You can play pause, go back a song, go for a song, song duration, and below you can activate your shuffle, repeat, and bring up the love and suggest us like this options. Playing next goes to your playing next playlist. Hit library to go back to your main media menu, where you can then select between library, playlists, and radio. Under library, you can look at your recently added songs, playlists, artists, and whatnot. To go back to your current media playing information, press this button right here. To the right, shortcut buttons for Google Maps, music, phone, and hit this to go back to your main CarPlay menu, where you can access your phone, music, Apple Maps, messages, so on and so forth. There are more apps to the right. While to the left, we can view the Google Maps, go to a destination, bring up your voice commands, and control the media. Now, to go back to the main Nissan system, there is no Nissan icon on the CarPlay menu. Instead, you press the menu button right up here. Right here, we are in the main Nissan system. You can go home if you have a home address stored in your navigation system. You can look at your previous destinations, control the media, change the source, search for points of interest or address, look at your call history, select your various media options right above, and below you can enter a street address, look for points of interest, address book, cancel the route. Right here, we have the time, date and day, and you can customize the home menu right here. Right at the bottom, hit CarPlay to go back to your CarPlay menu. Under Info, we have your apps, GPS position, system information, current location, vehicle, Eco Drive report, you can go to your various audio menus right here, but since CarPlay is connected, it goes back to the CarPlay menu. Menu is in the middle. If you hit map, right here we are in the map. You can save the current location, look for points of interest, map settings, map icons, and cancel the route if you press this button. This one changes the map view. And at the bottom, you can go back to the CarPlay menu, go home. Again, if you have a home address stored in the navigation system, you can look for points of interest, enter a destination, zoom out, zoom in, and if you hit settings, you go to the settings menu where you can set your connection settings, phone settings, navigation settings, sound settings. Right here you can adjust the bass mid treble, balance fader, bass enhancer, and the speed sensitive volume. You can also set your volume and beeps, clock, customize the home menu, customize the audio sources, set your voice settings, camera settings, other settings, perform a system update, and your app settings. And right here you have your connections menu if you press the button. To the left, apart from your menu button, you also have your map button, automatic day-night mode, your audio menu, volume and power knob, tuning knob or your scroll knob for the system. You have your back button right here, seat track buttons, and the camera button is right on the top right. Above, CD player, eject button for the CD player, central locking. This car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, press this button right here. As mentioned earlier, you have your trip reset button right here, and this button allows you to go between the mileage, trip A, trip B, and back to the mileage. Light and indicator controls, adaptive cruise control controls. This one activates the system. You have your voice control button right here, together with your Bluetooth telephone control. Wiper controls, volume controls, seat track, and the up, down, left, right, OK and return buttons control the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Up and down goes between the different submenus, while left and right goes between the different main menus. Hit OK to select, and hit return to go back. Currently, fuel economy monitor with your average fuel consumption and instant fuel consumption. If we click up and down, we can go between fuel economy since the last reset and fuel economy since the last startup. Next up, compass, media information, your driving assist settings with your emergency brake, lane settings and blind spot settings, 4x4 information, vehicle warnings, settings menu with your driver assistance settings, clock settings, meter settings, vehicle settings, maintenance settings, alarm settings, units, language, and you can perform a factory reset below. Right here you have your average speed again for 1 and 2. 1 is since the last reset and 2 is since the last startup. And back to your fuel economy monitor. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Cup holders, 4x4 controls, downhill assist, front center armrest, with storage down below. Right in here as well, you have another power outlet and another USB-A port. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, sunglass holder, LED front reading lights. They also double up as your interior lights. And this button turns on or off the lights when you open the doors. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. window control, speaker, storage. And to gain access to the last row of seats, pull this lever, flip the seat back forward, then move the whole seat forward. Now that I'm in the last row of seats, I did set the middle row seats to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. While there might be a bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats, I don't get any leg room at all. And I actually have to maneuver my legs to fit back here. Nor do I get any headroom, so I guess the last row of seats is better suited for smaller individuals. However, you can still adjust the position of the middle row seats to suit your needs. But for the last row, we get a storage area to the left, while to the right we get cup holders. To fold down the 50-50 split last row seats, make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate the straps on the back of the seat backs, pull those straps and flip the seat backs down. For the middle row seats, again make sure the headrests are all the way down, then pull this strap and this lever at the same time to flip the seat backs down. The middle row seats split 40-20-40, and if you want to flip down the 40 part is the right seat, while the 60 part is the left seat and the middle seat. To fold down only the middle seat, use the strap right here. You can also adjust the position of the middle row seats by the bars down here for the right seat and the bar down there for the left seat and the middle seat. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall as mentioned earlier. I do get quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get about this much. And I get about this much in terms of headroom. For the middle row seats, it is actually quite fairly spacious back here. The seats are soft and comfortable. On the front seat backs are storage pockets together with small cutouts that help with additional legroom. Rear aircon vents for the middle row. And if you fold down the 20 part, you get an armrest together with cup holders as well. Right above, for both sides on the middle row are grip handles, while there is a hook for the right side. Rear interior light. There are 4 ways to operate the powered rear hatch in this 2019 X-Trail, and if you turn off the powered function, you can also open up the rear hatch manually. Boot space in the X-Trail with all the rear seatbacks in place is 135 litres. Fold the last row seatbacks down and the boot space becomes 550 litres. With all the rear seatbacks folded, boot space increases to 1405 litres. To the right of the boot is a light and a power outlet. Under the boot floor is more storage, a place to store the cargo cover when not in use, and the vehicle's warning triangle and spare tyre. Adjustable headrests for all rows of seats in this car. Window control, speaker, bottle holder, storage. And the front passenger seat in this car does get full powered adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side, just that this side loses out on the two-way power lumbar support and the height adjustment. Nicely sized glove box. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2019 Nissan X-Trail 2.5 4-wheel drive. Thanks for watching and goodbye.